I'm just making a quick video just in case it helps someone. This is a lawnmower, Honda Izy lawnmower, which I found, well, it's just been dumped really, so due to all the rust on the top deck here. Which you can see it's got quite a few rust holes. It's pretty thin metal. So I've been taking it on as a little bit of a project, just messing around really, because I've got a welder quite recently. So I've already repaired an area of rust here. I've put 2 plates on it, which the welding's pretty ropey, but it's doing the job. It's nice and solid. So I'm going to carry on and do this front bit. So I don't know if this will help anyone. I just thought I'd video it anyway. So take the engine off it, which is really easy. Just 2 bolts for the blade down the bottom, and then 4 bolts that actually mount the engine onto the deck. So pretty straightforward. Oh, there's a couple of cables to disconnect from the engine controls as well. That's about it. So that's easy. So what I've done, the process I'm using, I'm by no means an expert sort of welder or sheet metal worker or anything like that. I've done this in 2 sections because of the shape of the thing. It's like multiple bends, so I've just tried to keep it easy for myself by doing a plate that bends that way and a plate that bends that way, rather than a plate that bends like that, which would be that sort of bends in 3 dimensions, which is very tricky. So I've just sort of kept it in 2 dimensions, if you like. This one, I'm going to be a bit more ambitious. So I'm going to try and attempt to do it in 1 complete section and just sort of hammer the metal into these contours really. So we'll see how that goes. So I've done a template out of like a cereal box, sort of just drawn around the worst of the damage. Made a little template that I think should cover it. So I'm now going to cut out the damage. This is the plate. This is the plate I've made from the template. Basically drew around it on a bit of sheet metal. I think it's like the side of an old filing cabinet or something. It's just some old scrap metal I found. So that's going to go on like that. I'm going to weld 1 edge, I think, and then just sort of hammer it around to fit the contours, and then see how it goes. So I'll get on with that. Okay, so I finished cutting out that section of rusty metal. I've just been going around with a file, smoothing around the edges. Now I just need to take away a little bit of the paint around here so that I can get a good weld. So I'm using this disc. It's like a special paint removal disc. It's really good. So that should clean up the paint, and then I'll just take some of the surface finish off this plate as well, so I can get a good weld, good connection. And then it's about time to weld, I think. So let's see how it goes. Right, I've just been getting rid of the paint and the rust with that special disc, so it's looking pretty shiny now. There is some rusty bits that I'm going to have to probably patch up afterwards. But to get right around there, it would have been too complicated. So I'm just going to do this main bit and then patch any extra bits that need doing. So I've tried to preserve the sticker, the Honda Izy sticker under there, but I've gone through it, so that's a bit annoying, I think, but we'll see. So while I'm here, this is a new battery grinder. I got a cordless grinder, so I've already got the Parkside batteries from Lidl, so I saw this. I've got a mains powered one, but this is it's handy to have two actually. One you can have like a cutting disc on, one you can have a flat disc on. Saves swapping discs every 5 minutes, so that's pretty. I'm pleased with this actually. Quite a handy addition. Only £25, so £29 I think. So I'm pleased with that. So yeah, that's useful. Right, time to weld, I think. So what I'm trying to avoid here is put too much heat into it, because it's only thin metal, it's pretty rusty as well, so I don't want to burn right through it. So I'm just trying to space out my welds initially and then just come back and fill them in. But it's looking alright so far. There's a bit of a dodgy one there. It's all kind of balled up on the top of the surface, but yeah, I'm pretty impressed. It's hammering down nicely into the contour there. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on and show you at the end. I guess it looks pretty good so far, I think. Well, for an amateur. Right, a bit of an update. Sort of working around this side. It all went pretty well going over this hump here. Started to get a bit of burn through here. I think because it's still quite a bit of surface rust under there. So hopefully I can build that up and sort of just go on to weld onto adjacent welds and build that up and cover that hole. If not, I'll have to do another little patch. It's starting to get a bit interesting coming over here because I've got to bend it over. I'm quite impressed that my kind of alignment mark is pretty well aligned. So I thought I'd end up in difficulties because I've got sort of, as I'm sort of bending the metal around here, I thought I'd end up with loads of baggy metal over this side. But at the minute it's going, seems to be going okay. So I'm going to carry on. It's quite a long process, sort of just doing all these spot welds all the way around. Sort of daisy chaining all the welds. So yeah, it'll be boring just me filming the whole of it. So I'll just do little snapshots as I go. Okay, so I've finished the welding for this section at least. I'm pretty pleased with that. I did have to, yeah, so there's a hole here. I managed to sort of patch that by just building up a few welds to cover the hole. Same again on that side. So there's quite a mountain of weld there. So I'm just going to, well, no, these two holes kind of opened up, so I need to patch these two. And I'm going to run around here with a grinding wheel or a flat disc, just to sort of neaten these up a bit. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to get it sort of grind it back flush completely. I'll just sort of leave it like this, where it's a little bit less bobbly. And then next stage, underneath, I need to put some seam sealer. Some seam sealer on to fill all these gaps here between the new plate and the old metal, just to stop any water and grass and stuff getting into the gap. And then same again with my other patch that I did. And then I just need to prime it and paint it. I think I'll probably use some Hammerite or something, just give the whole thing a good coat, because it's it's all a bit flaky. And then I'll sharpen up the blade and rebuild it. It's yeah, the reason it might seem like a lot of effort to go to for an old rusty lawnmower deck, but it's actually, these Honda Izys are really nice mowers. I think they're probably worth sort of £300 or £400 new. So it's a good mower. I just wanted to. I don't like chucking stuff away, so and it's good fun to repair it and get the welder out. This is a welder I fixed in a previous video actually. So yeah, she's doing well, and yeah, good enough for my amateur needs at least. Anyway, it's just a Sealey one. All right, so that is it. I've almost it. Apart from a liquid paint to finish, we've welded on that front strip here. I did this little patch as well here that was holed, so that's all good. Underneath, I put some seam sealer around the patches to keep out all the water. So I'm going to hammerite that once that's dry, and just put a top coat on the top deck here. Try and find like a matching colour, and that should be good for a few more years hopefully. If it does rust through again, I'll just patch it up keep going like a patchwork quilt, I guess. But thanks for watching anyway. Hope it's helpful for someone. And yeah, thanks. Bye.